痛みを感じろ。 Boys, today, I don't even know if my mic's working. I haven't even checked that part yet. Hello. Oh, it is working, cool. I look unhinged. I'm a bit tired, I will say. I mean, can't blame me. Today, boys, today, we're doing Mario Kart. That's the only thing I can think of off the top of my head. Unhinged, what else is new? Oh my god, you noticed? After the day I had yesterday, I think I'm allowed to be a little bit... Today, I am so tired. I cannot express how tired I am. I went to sleep at 2:30-ish a.m., 2:30, maybe 3 a.m. I woke up at 6:30, maybe even 6 a.m. And then I stayed up for another hour trying to sleep. I put Charborg on. You guys know I love me my Charborg. I don't know if you do know that. Donna knows that. And then I went back to sleep and I woke up at like 11:30 and I've been very busy ever since. And I am... Bro, you DM'd me at 5:30. Did I actually? Is that 5:30 your time or my time? Have you just gone and checked that? Wait, let me go and check. Because maybe I was up even earlier than I thought. Either way, I know I went to sleep at 8. Because... I guess I was just looking at the clock. Okay, I woke up at 11:30. No, I messaged you at 6:30 on my thing. It says 6:30. I was exhausted. For those of you that don't know, my Instagram accounts got taken down yesterday. Big up to Meta. Mark Zuckerberg got me. Very tired. It was a very tiring day. For what it's worth, I was holding it together relatively well. I thought I was going to crash out so hard, so fast. I held it together pretty well, all things considered. I may look like shit today. Today is not a day where I look good. Today is not a day where we do anything. Today is breathing. Because even now, I still feel anxious. I don't know how I managed to stay so calm. Yes, sorry, I was just checking a message. I've got another monitor there for a minute. Yeah, I spent the day doing, reaching out to people who I believed had the solution. I didn't count my stars that I would get a solution. I basically wrote the account off entirely. Hi, Propane. Oh, I need to say hi to everyone. Hello, Ellie. Hello, Space Plum, that's me. Hello, Andrea. I'm going to read full names. Hello, Andrea. Hello, Squirrel Girl. Hello, Laura. Hello, Sin. And hello, Propane. How is everyone doing today? Back to me, because I'm, of course, more important. Adjust. I was reaching out to a bunch of creators and some links I had to Meta to try and get that sorted. And those things were going to take a few days, and I was like, that's fine. I'm not going to bank on getting this account back. We have to start from scratch. We're building from the ground up. We're good with that. I have to do that. So be it. I'm not going to let myself get upset or get hopeful that the accounts are coming back. I have to just sit in the fact that I'm never getting them back. My sub has been long enough to make a baby. Laura, we had a subscriber baby. Thank you. Oh my god. What are we naming it? What are we naming it? I'm thinking Reginald. There you go. Clarence. Reginald Clarence. Something that begins with A. I want to say apothecary. Who pays child support? Neither of us. The child pays its own support. We've raised a strong, independent Reginald Clarence apothecary. I guess Laura, since she pays the sub, technically yes. No one pays child support. Exactly. I don't believe in child support. They should be standing in their own... They used to be in the mines. They supported themselves. Why do we have to pay for them now? But yeah, I held it together yesterday pretty well. I didn't cry. I thought I was going to cry. If you had told me, what would you do if your Instagram account got deleted? I think my answer would have been cry, break down, throw a tantrum. I done none of that. I was just so in the zone. I done so much admin work yesterday. I couldn't express to you how much, but things are on, like, you know, as they are. So I had to, like, appeal to all 5 or 6 accounts, right? So I have Izzy Winters, Glizzy Splinters, Space Plum Extra, Space Plum Clips, Space Plum Links, and my personal one, right? Like, family one, you know. Because I'm not giving my family my other ones because that's embarrassing. Also, one of them is me, you know. And so it was a bit of a nightmare, I will be honest. I had to appeal for all of these accounts. I think I listed 7. They all got taken down. 7:07 in the morning, all of them got taken down. I didn't realize until 12:30. I woke up at like 11. I didn't realize until 12:30. Don't know what made me realize. I opened it and it was like, your account has been deleted. I'm like, I was on call with Ellie at the time. I said it out loud. She goes and checks, and every single one has been deleted. Because Ellie and I have a group chat, which is all of my accounts and all of her accounts in it. So that's where we send reels to each other, right? Because if I'm on one account and I want to send Ellie a reel, we just do it to the group chat instead of doing it individually. Because then we have to sift through it because we go through our reels together. That's neither here nor there. But she went in there and it was literally just her and her accounts in the group. And then like a bunch of deactivated accounts. So I appealed to all the accounts. One of them it's saying, okay, we need you to resubmit your passport. I'm like, okay, cool. Because the whole submission process was, yes, I want to appeal. Yes, I'll do the capture. Here's a scan of my face doing this. Now, here's my phone number. Here's my passport. Here's the verified phone number as well. Obviously, I get a code, I put the code in. Anyway, so I done that for every account, which took a bit, you can imagine. After scouring high and low for my passport, which I had lost and then found under a packet of biscuits, that's neither here nor there. And then one of the accounts come back, it's like, hey, the passport failed, could you resubmit it? I'm like, sure, but I've logged out of all the accounts because I couldn't access the next account unless I logged out of the one that I just completed. So I logged out. So I tried to log in. I didn't know the password. So I do forgotten password. It's like, you need to insert one of your old passwords in order to get into this account. I tried everything, nothing. So I was just unable to get into that account. And I'll be honest, I was like, there's not that much followers there. It has no purpose. It can go to the winds. To the winds, it's gone. I don't care because it's not the 2 that I cared about. There was 2 that I cared about, Izzy Winters and Space Plum. Those are the only ones that matter to me. C'est la vie. I am imagining you just have a huge pile of biscuit rolls and you, as though you were Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, it kind of is that, exactly. And so throughout the day, other ones were being like, hey, the passport needs more verification, so on and so forth. I was like, yeah, I'll do that. But I'm not going to rush to do it because I don't want to trigger something in the system that makes it look automated. So I'm just like doing it here and there. I'm not feeling any pressure because I'm like, I've already signed the accounts off, they're gone, right? I'm just done with them. And I'm already planning the next account, the next username, the next whatever. I was like, this is the rebrand I want. This is everything I wanted. Right? It's just come to me in a horrible package, but this is what I wanted, right? Anyway, so it was, oh my god. I was shocked I didn't, like, just fully cry. And then it's at midnight, right? Ellie and I are watching Ryan Trahan travel across America. And I checked my emails. I've been checking my emails, like, every hour on the hour, basically. And I hadn't done it for a while because I was like, I'll check tomorrow. I've got to contact someone at Instagram tomorrow, so I'll do it all tomorrow. I don't need to worry about it now, but I will just check my emails now for a moment to check for, I think it was a tracking link or something for a parcel. My personal account got reinstated, which I was pretty confident it would, because it's private. There's like 50 followers, all of them are my family and like high school or college friends. Hi, Frisky. And that was it, right? There's barely any selfies of me on there anyway. It exists purely to update my family to let them know that, hey, I'm alive. Hey, I exist as a trans woman. Hey, you know, blah, blah, blah. I've got some of my cousins on there as well, and we chat sometimes. That's about it. Very rarely do I use that account. Wait, I'm realizing that the camera doesn't like me. There we go. I was like, I'm gonna get that back, and I got it back. Ellie, showing initiative. I don't know how she was so quick both times on this. She goes immediately and checks the group chat, and they're all back. Every account is back. I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. That's when it all hit in. I had energy all day. I was doing so much work yesterday, right? So many admin things, phone calls, texts, emails, etc., etc. Doing everything I could to contact anyone and get any amount of help I could get, whilst also planning the next step of what to do if I don't get this back. Then I just crashed. The energy just all fucking came onto me. Like, I just felt like heavy. I just felt so fucking heavy. Yeah, it was one of those. I don't know, it just hit me all in one go. What did I do to get the account back? Nothing. I done literally nothing. Even fucking my personal account was like, hey, we need you to resubmit your ID. And I was like, okay, I'll do that on Monday, so today. That was the one that got reinstated first, and that's the part where I was confused. So it tells me that I was banned under an automated system. Hours later, I was looked at through a manual system, and they were like, oh, this is an unjust ban. Because some of the accounts were fully disabled. Like, they had the application go through, and Instagram was like, nope. And these were accounts that had no NSFW stuff on them at all. These were accounts that were... One of them was my Clips account, and the other one was Space Plum. Like, the Clips account, I don't understand why that would have been taken down. None of the clips are so vulgar that they couldn't have been on there. There was, like, one that was a little bit, but it was a game footage, so I could argue that, and that post should have just been taken down if it was bad. But the Space Plum one, I don't think there's anything on there that is risky in any capacity. I don't think I've ever done that, because that was the whole point of me making the Space Plum account. So I don't know. I wasn't pressed. Again. I cared less than I should have. I should have been a lot more panicked, I think. But in reality, I was incredibly calm, all things considered. Yeah, it made zero sense with anything, especially with the Plum account. Yeah, because they had fully disabled some of the accounts. They were like, no, you're not getting these accounts back, no matter what. And then they just brought them back. I weren't bothered. Is that what I said? Because that is a very British way of saying that. If I didn't say that, you know British. Suspicious. I don't think it was that. I think it was an automated thing. I think it was just one of those, because there's a couple of other creators who are just banned from doing various little things. Like, I remember. Someone's banned from being able to DM for 3 days. I don't understand. I assume that that ban would be done based on certain DMs that have been sent and it's been flagged up in the system, like a scamming thing or whatever. But I don't know. All in all, it was good. Found out I got more contacts at Instagram than I realized, so that's good. If it happened again, c'est la vie, innit? Wait, you know what Catherine Tate is? Oh, because she probably got popular in America because of, help me out. Doctor Who. The Catherine Tate show is great. Face bothered. Yeah, it's happening to a lot of creators at the moment, so I'm assuming it's something wrong just happening in the algorithm or whatever, and then AI is just going through and doing it. Yeah, it's bad AI handling. It's not report spams. Yeah, it is, because it's not happening just to trans creators. It's happening to people who are doing like, as Ellie said, cooking. There's people who are doing Magic the Gathering. There's people who are doing, like, book talk, right? These are just people who are just doing stuff, who are using the platform as its intended purpose, in a way. Like, I know I use it in a sort of skirting the line purpose on one of my accounts, but the other ones all abide, I say 2 accounts, actually. The others all abide it. through and through. Yeah, Meta has been berserk on their new AI hires, so maybe they're getting in there and fucking everything up. I think so. I think also what helps is that I have an account that is quite big, and so if that gets banned, I assume that flags up on some manual system. That's the only solidarity I have. I also have found out that the only way to contact someone at Meta, like, without having a contact already, is to be paying subscription to Meta. So apparently I have to pay a bill every month now just to have a little bit more security. But yeah, apparently we've got a fair few mutuals who have contacts at Meta as well that we didn't even realize. So that's very good. That's very fun. Very comforting. Yeah. Oh, you did? Thank you. Did you guys see the photo of Princess I put up yesterday? I haven't put it on my story. Oh, I put it in the Discord. Wait, let me get up. Just focus on the fucking cat, you shitty camera. There you go. I love that photo of her so much. She's so, like, it was right there. It was right there, because my little lamp's there. She's so weird. She looked insane. Because she wasn't looking at the light, she was looking past the light. I don't know what she was doing. She never sits up there. And it's in like a little tray of like knickknacks, you know, the things tray that everyone has. You put your keys in there. There's like a notepad, there's a couple of pens, there's varying bits, hair clips, a comb apparently. A pin badge? Pretty sure it's Sailor Moon. Just a things tray. She went and sat in it. She looked into the beyond and it looked back and it didn't like what it saw and decided to leave her alone. Hi Jeff H, how are you? Having a nice chill day. Very chill day. As you can imagine, yesterday was tiring. Oh, is that for tea? Oh, please, no, I can't have a tea right now. I am so full. I had dinner. Normally I have dinner like an hour or so beforehand, but I had so many other things going on that I had dinner very late, and so the stream was like a couple minutes late. And so I'm bloated as fuck, but I keep drinking lemonade. Ellie, could you refund the tea time, please? So how has everyone else's weekend been anyway? Sorry. All about me, I know. But how is everyone's weekend? Oh, you were sad about my account as if it was yours. Oh, don't worry about that. I can... The reality is, so long as I have at least one platform, if you're following me there and if you follow me on every platform and I disappear on all of them but one, there will be instructions on what to do. They'll be like, hey, I've moved to this account. Hey, we're doing this. And Discord's like the most safe for that because Discords don't tend to get taken down as easily. I mean, there's fucking horrible... I don't know if you guys have ever watched No Text to Speech or whatever it is on YouTube. We're not going to go into that, but there are some very fucked up Discords that exist. And they don't tend to get taken down very easily because Discord just doesn't give a shit. But my Discord's like the safest place, so if any of these do get taken down, I can use my Discord to rebuild. With your help, of course. So I'm like a little bit more lax, you know? Missed the Aussie gig. Oh, Aussie had a gig? I didn't even know he was still going. I'm gonna be so for real. Mine was rough. Found out my father figure is actually kind of transphobic and a Trump supporter, so that's fun. Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. I had a real quiet weekend because everyone was vacationing for the 4th. Oh yeah, it was the 4th. on Friday, I think. I could be wrong. Watched a shit ton of League. Oh, that's sick. Did your favorite team win? Who won? Villa Park. What's Villa Park? It was Black Sabbath's last gig ever. Damn. How old is Ozzy now? Gotta be like ancient, like 70 something. I could be wrong. I actually don't know how old. Ozzy. That is not how you spell Ozzy. That is O/Z/Y. Epic way of spelling that. Leet speak. He was 76. Or is 76. Sharon is 72. Who? For 72. I'm gonna be so for real. She looks good for 72. She was the original Kris Kardashian. She does not look good for 72. Let me take that back. She looks 72. Full stop. Oh, it's Kris Kardashian. Yeah, Kris Jenner, not Kris Kardashian. Kris Jenner is 69. Nice. Crazy. For most of the lineup, will be the first and last they ever set foot in Birmingham. Damn. What's happening in Birmingham? Birmingham? Why I said it like that? Please, excuse me. I need to get back to watching the Kardashians because I really enjoyed watching it. It's like my guilty pleasure. He was singing sitting down on a throne because he is so old. Yeah, I bet. He might have just been lip syncing. I would have been. Cut corners wherever you can, King. Go for it. You've gotten this far? Kris Jenner and Corey Gamble have tense exchange after Bezos' wedding. A lip reader translates. There is no shot that is not photoshopped. Hang on. Where is my Chrome? What the fuck? If Kris Jenner looks like this, God, she has sold her soul. In the best way. I'm getting adverts. Allow ads. Okay, well. Fine, whatever. Page 6. This is a fucking... They've based themselves off of, Never mind. We got on. This photo. Look at this photo. She's 70 years old. I don't know who she sold her soul to, but I want in. Like, God, this woman... Wrong button. This one as well. She looks really good. Kris Jenner. Like, I know some of these are photoshopped, but like... I say I love her new face, but I also kind of do. Less round. She used to have a very round face. See? This is new. Very weird. Her side profile, crazy. She go crazy. I wanna know who shaved her Adam's apple as well. I don't know if any one of you have watched the Kardashians, but I promise you, you are, in a way, missing out because it is its own little fever dream of a show. I have never and will never. I will say, it's very weird. There is no way you can watch it and be like, wow, this is real, right? Like, it is fully fake. It's very clearly, like, staged for the most part, but then, like, some of the staging makes them look bad. And so you're like, okay, so what parts are actually staged? Because I can't figure that out when... one of the funniest lines to me, and I think about it, like, once a week at least, is... Kim has lost one of her earrings. Diamante earring or some shit like that. and they're in, I want to say, the Maldives or somewhere that side of the world, right? They're on holiday. She's lost it in the water, and she's never going to find it. And she's like frantically panicking. She's like, I've lost my earring. It's so expensive. I lost my earring. Courtney goes, there is people dying, Kim. That's it. It sent me. It sent me. So fucking funny. I don't know why. Because she just basically like said what everyone else is thinking. But she's also part of the problem. I think Courtney might be my favorite. Or Chloe. But then Chloe looks so weird now. Like, you can't convince me... Wait. You can't convince me this girl is the same as this woman. Like, the change here is concerning. The weight loss is incredibly concerning. Not commenting on anyone's bodies in that regard, but, like, she is very, very different now. And yeah, it's very like jarring. She doesn't look the same at all. And I miss the old Chloe. I don't know who this new bitch is. Ozempic what? And then Courtney. I don't think Courtney's aged. Yeah, backwards. She's aged backwards. This looks like a Marina Diamandis cover. What the fuck? That looks like... Wait, let me see. There is a... What one am I thinking of? I might be thinking of this, to be fair. It has the same energy, I will say. It does have the same energy. Not inherently the same one, but carries the same vibe. Chloe was like iconic. She was. I do love her. Ignore that. That's my microphone software. Oh my god. But yes, that was the Kardashians. I don't watch them at the moment, but I really want to. I just think it's so... It takes you out of it when you see these like billionaires. And their biggest complaint is like they didn't get a Coca-Cola that's diet, they got Coca-Cola Zero or whatever. And that's not to shit on them as people or whatever, but like you would think for billionaires and a show that's meant to be a glimpse in the life of billionaires, you would see more interesting things. But I think the interesting things would all be brand deals and paperwork stuff that's behind closed doors. And so I don't think they want to show that because A, that's like NDA stuff, and B, most people don't really care. I care. That's the stuff I love. Love that paperwork shit. It is ethical to shit on billionaires. You're right. You are so right, actually. Let me reiterate. Let's shit on billionaires. Also, remember to subscribe using Twitch Prime so Jeff Bezos doesn't get the money. I get it instead. Support a tranny, not a billionaire. Unless that billionaire is a tranny, we'll see from there. I don't think there is a billionaire tranny. The closest would be Caitlyn Jenner. I don't think she's even got that much money, I'll be honest. I do wonder, like, she was in Tel Aviv like 3 weeks ago or so, and I don't know why. I still don't know. I can't fathom a billion nor a million. I just want to not pay rent anymore. Agreed. Hard agree. Hard agree. We don't claim her. We don't. There's a fair few trans women we don't claim as a collective, and that's because they traitors to the cause and also don't want to be claimed in trans circles. So Caitlyn Jenner can be thrown to the sharks for all I care. I remember when she came out and everyone was like, oh my god, she's so amazing and whatnot. Oh my god, she's so brave. So brave. My pronouns are so/brave. I don't know if you guys have heard the so brave stuff. That's not necessarily a new meme, but isn't necessarily old either, I guess. Anyway, yeah, everyone was like, she's so brave, so brave. I was like, I don't like her. I don't like her. I wasn't out at the time. I was like, I don't like her. So I probably seemed like a transphobe, but I was, you know, out to a few people, and those people were also asking me, "Oh, she's just come out. She's so brave, isn't she?" And I was like, "No, she's not. She's not. She's literally just, you know, being herself. It's not being brave. You know, she just come out. Like, it's not easy, but I don't think it's brave. I feel like it's a necessity, to a degree. When you're that size as well, you don't really have to stress too much. You have the funds to do everything, you know? It was a big enough name that it was the first time my parents heard heard of a trans person. Yeah. It wasn't the first time my mum or dad had, because they knew about me, obviously. But it was the first time that there was an example of someone else. I think. Yeah, must be. Must be. She was so weird, though. But I remember before she came out, a TMZ video came up about her pre-transition having her nails done and having her hair grow out a little bit longer. And pre-transition, she had like relatively long hair for a dude anyway. And TMZ were just sat around like a bullpen kind of office, just shitting on her, being like, "Oh my god, I think he's a faggot." And I'm like, is this like where media's going? That was when I first realized this is where media's going. I must have been in my teens. Well, I was in my teens. I wasn't old enough to like have a full grasp on things, but seeing that, it was just so fucking crazy. And so that was the only time my heart has ever gone out to Caitlyn Jenner, was pre-transition, her being shit on for just having her nails done and some other things like hair and whatnot. Because obviously, fucking who gives a shit? And then she came out and I was like, again, who gives a shit? Why are we making this a spectacle? And then she hit someone with her car and supported Trump, and no one now gives a shit. She's so fun. As a man, he was a terrible father too. Oh wait. I hated her, and I still hate her because of her conservative politics. That's the thing I never understood. Like, you're actively on the side of the people that don't like you. So what do you gain here? Because surely you can't be gaining money. If you'd gone for the, even if you don't believe it, right? But you're still somehow trans, but you're like still right wing. If you'd gone for the left wing grift, you would have made money. I don't know why you didn't. And then her political beliefs would have probably aligned left wing anyway. They're on the side of the money. I can't imagine she's getting any money from right-wing people anyway. You know? Once you're rich enough, it's just class solidarity, truly. That makes sense. Because then she's like not getting taxed. She keeps her money, etc., etc. Grifting is incredibly lucrative because you cannot fail. Yeah. It's easier to grift as right-wing. Oh, that makes sense. Guys, if I ever come out as a right-wing grifter, just know I'm doing it for the bag, and it will come full circle one day. It will come back. I'm taking everything out of their pockets like Robin Hood and giving it back to the trans community. There'll be anonymous large donations to trans charities. Just saying. Full circle. Robin Hood. Robin with a Y, so it's feminine. You know, you could do Robin with an I and that's still feminine. Maybe she's just a stupid conservative, that's all. That's very true. Right-wing people are often so much less educated and stupid, easy to exploit. Well, this is philosophically fraught either way. Explain it to me. Explain it to me like I'm 5, because I'm not the smartest bitch around. One sec. I took my phone off of my phone stand, which I'm using to keep an eye on a notification coming through. I took my phone off the phone stand to play with said phone stand. Don't know why. Don't ask me. Plum will start a charity that donates magic cards to trans people. I'm going to start a charity that takes them away from trans people to help them socialize properly. You fucking nerds. I'm joking. Well, even if you intend to give back, you will cause irreparable harm by spouting right-wing viewpoints, so it becomes kind of moot. Make a good point. But I could do what It looks like the Trump politics shit Trump's government is doing. Can you not do that, please? He's scratching at the curtain. But it's like a blind curtain, so it like makes a loud noise. And I don't want her to damage it. Because they don't mind blinds, they're the apartment blinds. I can take myself down from the inside, because that's what it looks like what Trump's doing. So I can go in as a right-wing grifter and just start tearing them down from the inside. I think that's the play. Although, I mean, give them another year or two and I think they'll have done it themselves. At this point, I don't know. Hi, baby. Like a little scratch? Come here. She was sleeping next to me all night last night because I think she knew I was stressed. So I woke up in the middle of the night and she's just laying there and I just like reach over and I scratch her. Yeah, see Adam Conover. I love when you cite things like that because it feels very formal. And I like it. You're my Jamie. Jamie is Joe Rogan's camera guy or whatever he is. The guy that... Pull that up, Jamie. That's the only meme I know. You're my Jamie. But instead, I'm the one pulling it up. You're just telling me what to pull up. So I'm the Jamie, I guess. It was a reference of him doing... Why do I recognize this guy? American actor, comedian, writer. He created a half-hour true TV show, Adam Ruins Everything, based on college humor series by the same name. He was also the host of the American version of The Crystal Maze on Nickelodeon. You guys have The Crystal Maze? That's crazy. That is crazy. You guys had Crystal Maze. You shouldn't have that. It was a reference of him doing exactly what you were describing. Oh, okay. So do we like him then? He looks a bit seedy, I will say. Trying to cheat the system by recently ironically trying to shit on them while taking their money. He lost a lot of credibility and then being shit on. Oh. He was in BoJack Horseman? Who was he? I bet he was the dog. CD. Hi Kentama, how is your internet? He was blackmailer number 1, a Ryan Seacrest type, and Ethan in BoJack Horseman. Oh, and a few random characters here and there. Mr. Peanut Butter's nephews, Reginald Dragoon III, a guy who thinks ghostwriters write for ghosts, tour guide, and I'm not saying that one. Bradley something Smith. The something is a powerful, evil politician. 50 milliseconds latency, I'm on my phone. Oh god. I am so sorry. He was roommates with BoJack's creator in NYC eventually. Interesting. I've never heard of this man. He seems... you know? He was in Tuca and Bertie, which I think is a BoJack spin-off. Hey, Princess, we don't do that. We don't do that. All powerful politicians are evil, so they are. They very much are. Adam Ruins Everything was really popular for a while. I've never heard of that. He was big on College Humor back in the day, which was a YouTube channel I liked. I've heard of College Humor. Please, let's not do that, sweetie. Come here. My baby. Look at my baby. No. You like this. You like this. No. He did apologize, but I feel like he really exposed his own level of insight being kind of broken. I feel like I don't fully understand the situation. But then I don't tend to understand this kind of stuff. Because I feel like there's a lot of context that I'm missing when it comes to politics a lot of the time. God, I need to rewatch BoJack Horseman, but I know it's gonna make me like want to die. Oh shit, I think the new season of Big Mouth is out already. Wait, no, that's season 2. What the fuck? Season 8 is the one. Yeah, Big Mouth came out in May. Oh my god, Ellie, we got that one, you're back. I imagine you give me a platform, I fuck up one day, and I still like to think myself as generally good. Right, okay. That's why I don't watch BoJack. I already want that. Yeah, BoJack is horrifically sad, but it's also like really well done. It's, for anyone who hasn't watched it, it's kind of like an insight into I guess the ego, right? It is kind of a pretentious show as it is, right? But it's done in a comedic way. There is so much fucking hair of princesses on my desk. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see this, and a lot of it's falling out my hands as I'm trying to pick it up. This just fell off her, and it's now all over me, and now I'm really itchy. Anyway. Ellie got goosebumps from seeing a part in Space Marines too. Aw, cute. I don't really follow him. Even if he's generally good, I'd assume he's fallible. That being said, it was a crypto grift, which is very embarrassing. Yeah, crypto grifts. If you catch me doing a crypto grift, you won't catch me doing a crypto grift. Ellie and I were talking about this the other day because there's some drama going on Twitch in circles I don't engage with because I don't really watch anyone outside of like Ludwig, Andrew Chicken, Mr. Beardstone, right? And it's Ludwig is like anything content. Andrew Chicken does Deadlock. Mr. Beardstone does Minecraft. Those are the only things I really watch in live stream format. And then obviously some friends. Anyway, so there is drama going on in like Kai Cenat's circle, right? Where one guy called out and broke up with a girl for doing a crypto grift or something and flashing off that she gained 30 grand out of it, right? To post this crypto grift. And this guy made a live stream calling her out, and then another guy came along and called him out for telling her off, breaking up with her, and getting in the way of her bag. And I'm like, no. The whole thing, the way it was portrayed, was as though the first guy was in the wrong. But I 100% agree with the first guy based on what I know, right? He is just so... He literally broke up with this girl because she'd done a crypto grift on her fans. And then, like, this guy got angry at him for telling his girlfriend off. These are all creators, by the way. And then everyone's dunking, even fans, is dunking on this guy who ultimately has everyone's best interest at heart, because, like, you, the consumer of the media, should not get scammed, should not be scammed by a crypto grift for the creator you like doing money. And the girl came out, she was like, anyone who fell for that is stupid. I'm like, are you fucking dumb? 30 grand is not enough to sell out my fans, right? At any scale, 30 grand is not enough. I don't understand. 30 grand's enough if you have like 100 followers, maybe. I don't know. 30 grand. This is the thing. It's not life-changing. You're just like destroying your platform for 30 grand. It's not life-changing for like majority of people. It's going to pay your rent for like a year. I don't know, actually. I don't know how far 30 grand dollars goes. My point is, it's not like a massive life-changing amount of money. It would change your life, but it wouldn't be a longevity thing. You know, thinking long-term, you're not going to be able to like do that forever. That's a one and done pump and dump, as they would call it, right? It's not sustainable. And so I'm not doing something that's going to be jeopardizing to my platform if it's not going to change my life. What would I say a life-changing amount is? Ellie and I discussed this after. That's where I was going with this. I would say it would have to be 7 figures, right? I hate talking about money, right? I've expressed this before. I hate talking about money. But when it comes to like shit like this, I need like a big amount of money in order to like sell out anyone, right? If it's enough life-changing for me to the point where I can buy a house, look after my family, and experience a nice full life without ever needing to worry about work ever again, never needing to work for a penny, that's a nice life-changing amount, right? I'm not talking about a big house. I'm in fact just talking about like a nice apartment in a city, right? One that I will own, that I could decorate. My bills will always be paid. I would, you know, make an account where I'm living off interest and investments. I thought about this a lot. I thought about this ever since I was a teenager. Because I like the lottery theory, but I would never enter the lottery because I think it's a scam. So 10 million. You know? If I was on the street, I'd cut off everyone I knew for 30 grand. Yeah, 100% agree. I could cut off quite a large amount of people in my life for 30 grand, but simultaneously, it's not a long-term amount, right? It's gonna get you kick-started somewhere, but if you can't do something with that 30 grand, it's gone, you know? It means you won't have to work for like a year or two, depending on how you live, maybe a couple years, right? It's one of those, like conceptually, it doesn't do enough. It's a lot of money. I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, but in the current climate of the economy and capitalism and so on and so forth, 30 grand really doesn't do enough for you to essentially be like destroying your existing platform, right? If it was just like 30 grand free of charge, sure. But she's actively destroyed part of her credibility for 30 grand. That's the part I want to express. I would say $1 million could do a lot right now, especially if you invest properly. Probably invest in eggs, right? They're worth a lot now. They're going up like gold. I don't actually know the egg situation anymore. What was the I'm looking for that guy. Wait, let me go. I know who done the video. Pyro did it. Pyro done a video on it. 5 million is quite enough too. Yeah. But I still want more. My price for things like that, like selling out all my friends, higher. Not like I would ever sell anyone out. But if I sell you guys out, just know I got paid a joking. Pyro Live, I think it was on. What's going on with the Ludwig situation? The Mr. Beast situation is really sad. KaiCNet's friend group is crumbling. Top comment is, I just realized I don't care about these people, I'm going to sleep. I'm too old for this. Still trying to figure out who the girl is. Because I want to see how big her platform is to see like... Lil Rodney's son exposed DDG brother Dub for posting a scam. The name isn't written there. What does that say? Wait, let me Google Translate that. Is there not a way to, like, limit the... Oh, I should have put you down, I'm sorry. Is there not a way to, like, force Twitch to only do English? I'm still trying to figure out who the girl is. It's super depressing to look at apartment prices from the 90s. My mum bought the house I grew up in for 10 grand 20-something years ago. And it was in a town that was, like, up and coming. And is now just a massive, massive suburb. It was a 2-bedroom house with a nice-sized garden, a nice-sized front garden. And my dad built conservatory onto the back, so it expanded. And then he expanded the conservatory again and built like an annex at the bottom of the garden. Oh no, he didn't build an annex. It was just like a shed, I guess. Now that I think about it. Hi, Pinder. Anyway, my mom and dad bought that house for 10 grand, right? That's a lot of money, but 10 grand? You think about it? Considering they sold it 10 years ago, 15 years ago, for like fucking 200 and something, maybe 300 grand. It's insane. Insane. Hi, I'm from Belarus. Hi, welcome from Belarus. I don't figure out who the girl is, because it's just between this guy. I want to know what the girl's name is. No one said the girl's name. I'm looking through fucking tons of videos. I don't know why I care so much. It's super depressing to look at prices in general. I'm looking at moving to Seattle, and a 1-bedroom apartment is like 1,500, and a month for a studio apartment. Jesus. Why Seattle though? I thought it was meant to be a very expensive city. Okay, I'm reading all the comments. Everyone's agreeing with Reggie. Seattle is really nice. I've heard it's really nice. It's super trans friendly, and I'm in a really conservative state. Right. Get back inside. Nope, she's trapped outside. I don't know who the girl is. Ria. I just searched his girlfriend, and it was Ria. But no one's saying her username, just RIA. I don't know who these people are though, that's the thing. This is the interesting part about like creator spaces is there is like an endless amount of people. Very weird. The Foon scene is amazing there. Let it go, Plum. Save your remaining sanity. I can't. Once I've picked up something I need to do, I need to figure it out. But it's like, how is no one putting her username anywhere? Does she not have her social media? Because clearly she does if she fucking scammed everyone. Girl, he funny one. That can't be him. Girl, he funny 1x. That's the main guy, I guess. Maybe she deleted everything. I would. But no, she's relishing in this, apparently. Ria J. Cooking with Ria J. I think I found her. There's no way this is her account. Damn. Okay, I think this is it. I think. He sold out 30 grand. Hang on, wait, if this is her, she has 40,000 followers on Instagram and she sold them out for 30 grand. That's crazy to me. If this is her, I don't know if it is her. Wait, let's see. Yeah, it is her, it is her. It's Plum's getting ideas. I'm getting so many ideas. What? It's 120k almost. If it scales. Far off my life-changing amount. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna translate that as well. Keep the chat English, please, Andrea, because I don't know what's saying. No, she is mocking us. I'm not mocking you. I'm just pondering where my loyalties lie. Of course, I'm jesting. I would never sell you out. You know? Okay. Cuddles me, please. No, thank you. I have a cat somewhere, and she will accept all my cuddles. With... Oh, she's there. I don't know if you can see that, I'm thinking about it. This will cover me for a sec, but you can see her. There you go. This screen needs to be fixed. I haven't fixed this one. This one's the one for when it's both me and Ellie. It just needs fixing. Camilla is who I want. That is where my loyalties lie. That is who my priority is. Who is Camilla? Don't you translate her as cheating? Is it? See, you say that keep the chat in English. Is there a way to make everything English? It's the only language I speak. And even if I spoke other languages, I'd want to keep the chat in English because my audience is predominantly English speaking, or if they have second languages, they will all speak English. Ria deleted all socials. She had 20k on some platforms, but was growing really fast. Threw it all away for 30k one-time bag. That's crazy. I've never seen The Crown. So, there's that. I don't know why, I just got the taste of weed. Like, I just smoked some weed. I haven't smoked weed in like a year. Everybody use translator for a different language. Shit, please don't. I'll get a plugin. Wait, if I just open up the stream and then just force it to be English, there you go. Auto-translate everything. I don't want to drink any more of this, I should stop. I haven't seen it either, I just know the sound from TikTok. Oh, you brain-wormed bitch. Andrea, translate. Go. Something about a BBL? I haven't had one of those. Not in years. How did I know I was gonna get called a bitch there? Because it's the only thing I call anyone, I'll be honest. I call my mum a bitch, but it's lovingly. Me and my mum have a very good friendship. You know? I call my dad a bitch. Maybe I don't respect people. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe she calls everyone a bitch. Maybe it's a gay thing. Who knows at this point? Progress. Yeah, progress. 5 minutes of mother languages. Go. No. No. Ban anyone who speaks a different language. I want them out of this chat. In their own chats. You can also right-click the message and click translate. That's a good point. I can also read aloud. Oh yeah, right. You love us. Wait, I'm not going to translate the Norwegian one. Okay, I can read it. I don't know what it says. Kjekke om återväsete fangare. I think I said that wrong actually. I said it right when I read it slowly in my head. Om du läser det har du en liten pick. Translate to English. Only checks if auto-translator is working. I would not have guessed that. Okay, so this doesn't work because if you're reading this, you got a little dick. I'll fucking kill you. Is that a clip? Go for that one, Ellie. The message, because it's now all translated into Norwegian. Anything else that's a foreign language is not getting translated properly. And I can't untranslate it either. So that's fun. Whoever reads this has a big... I read it. Are we really doing this? Got to cancel out Elliot. Aww. You do care. You do care. Oh my god. I just realized I can see how many messages everyone has sent individually. Squirrel Girl has sent over 1,000. Ellie has sent over 1,000. Charlie has sent over 1,000. Damn, you guys loyal. Pinda has sent 76. You gotta get to that 1,000 mark. I'm joking, that's gotta be so fucking hard. Andrea's over 1,000. I'm assuming Laura's over 1,000. Yeah. What, really? Yeah, yeah. Everyone's over 1,000, pretty much. The Belarus guy, 5. Just 5, not 5,000. It doesn't show me what the number is past 1,000, it just shows me 1,000 plus. So that's interesting. And there's like loads of little windows that got delayed. Just new here. Yeah, yeah. Don't stress, don't stress. It's not actually like a thing to worry about. Just interesting thing I've noticed. Do you know I can read it all in English? I've just turned it on, it's all in English now. Like whatever message is sent is now all in English. It's not bullying. And you think I don't understand other languages anyway. I went to school, we had to study fuck tons, not fuck tons, French. And then I was raised with a German nan. And then I've learned a bit from Elliot in Norwegian. And then Japanese, because we're not going into that one. Spanish, because we had a lot of Spanish holidays. 1,000 messages in how much time? I don't know. When did Andrea has sent 1,000 messages since December. That's the one who I think would have been the shortest amount of time. Because Andrea is, out of everyone I've listed, I think the newest. Yeah, that's my guess. But 1,000 plus for me in 9 months, but I'm not here for many streams. You have been here since January 2024, at least. In fact, exactly January 19th, 2024, which is the date that Palworld came out, because I remember you being in my Palworld streams. I remember these things. I remember these things very well. You know? I miss Palworld. I want to go back to it. Have you seen the new Terraria Palworld update? Right, so what is that? Like, I don't know what the update is. Also, that says, what if I wrote it wrong? What if I wrote it wrong? I assume that was foreign. I don't know. Raring? It's Dutch. They just added new powers, items, dungeons, and Terraria. And some are... oh. Terraria Palworld. I thought it was an update for Terraria to add powers. I didn't realize it was an update for Palworld to put Terraria stuff in. Huh. Oh, okay. This is really weird. I kind of like it. It's kind of cute. I don't hate the idea of that, but do people still play Palworld? Let's check. Palworld player count. Bearing in mind, this is only for the Steam charts. It's not for console or people playing through the Xbox Game Pass. 63,000 players right now. It's low. But I don't think it's that low considering what it is. Because if we go to charts up here, we can see charts of all time. And it is 23rd in the world on Steam. That's impressive, considering that Counter-Strike doesn't often dip below 100k, 1 million, sorry. Dota doesn't often dip below 500k-ish on average. PUBG is somehow still really popular. That one I don't get. Rust, I don't understand how Rust is that popular, but whatever. Bongo Cat is something that will come and go. The Source SDK thing, I don't understand how it's that popular, but again, whatever. Same with GTA 5. Siege makes sense. Dune Awakening makes sense at the moment. Dead by Daylight doesn't make sense for that popularity, but whatever. And like Stardew Valley is good, don't get me wrong. Stardew Valley is good, but I don't understand why it's that popular, right? Like how it's still got concurrently a quarter of its max players of all time. That is crazy. In fact, in the past 24 hours, it was over half of its max players of all time. Because it had a massive update, I'm guessing. What the fuck? What happened in April? Stardew Valley updates. How's stuff, nerd? Stuff's good. How about you? I need to reply to your message. I haven't ghosted you. I need to express that. I haven't ghosted you. I have had a very stressful day or two. And so I'm like slowly picking up and replying to random people. I've got a text from my mom from the other day that I still haven't replied to. And it's about my niece. So, you know, I probably should reply to that. Is there a Telegram? No, but there's a Discord. What was the update in April, though? There has to have been an up... No, there wasn't. I don't know. I don't know what caused Stardew to get like such a massive spike that it reached its all-time peak in April. That doesn't make sense to me, but like, that's crazy. It shows a game can just get popular at any point in time. Mid-March, there was a new Stardew update. It didn't come up when I searched it, but let's go and check Steam Stardew Valley. Okay. Yeah, they haven't put it onto Steam. Oh, wait. Hang on. That's April 2024. Right, okay. It's this patch, which is a bunch of new content. And then they just keep doing big content updates. My bad, my bad. Yeah. Because if we go all the way to here, oh, here. This is March last year. This is March this year. This is impressive. I will say this is genuinely just impressive. That a game that has been around for already like nearly a decade, right? It was 8 years old at this point. That it continues to grow. It continues to grow, and then it just hit a peak, and it's still good. It's baffling, and made by one guy is actually inspiring. Mid-March, there was a Stardew. Oh, the chat jumped up. That's why. I would love a cup of tea right about now. You should get a cup of tea. I can't do one. I can't do a cup of tea. I'm so sorry. I just realized the hydrate thing. Did I hydrate? I don't know. Yes, he did the music, the art, the programming. Yes. You guys will probably never fully experience this. Sorry, I had an important email. You guys probably will never experience this. But the games industry, the game dev industry specifically, specifically indie devs, are some of the most pretentious people you could ever meet. I do not like indie devs for the most part. A lot of them think, they'll look at Stardew and they'll be like, I can do that better. And then they fail. There has not been another Stardew Valley to come along since Stardew Valley. Sure, someone can make a game that is better than Stardew Valley, but the reason Stardew Valley done so well isn't because it's a good game or a bad game, or because someone could do better, or because it done worse than someone else. It's because it came around when nothing else existed for that. And so now it became the pinnacle of that, right? The same with Minecraft, right? You can make a better Minecraft, but you are not going to replace Minecraft, so I don't know why people keep trying to make their own block games, because it's just never going to work. You are competing with a titan that has established itself in the community. Palworld is the juxtaposition of this, because Palworld competed with Pokemon, but Palworld done so well because it was competing in a market where it stood out. There is no Pokemon on PC. It added in Rust elements and guns and shit like that, so it became its own fucking thing. You know? Indie developers are so fucking pretentious that they're not making games that will do good. They're making games that they think will do good. They're not actually understanding the market. They're just making their passion because they think they know what's right. And this is like a massive issue. Have you seen Animo? Have you seen the early looks of Animo since the closed beta is happening? The closed beta started 3 days ago. I didn't get the email like I was hoping. And I am still mauling over that. I haven't seen any gameplay. Does it look good? I assume because it's closed access, we probably wouldn't be allowed to. I'm going to play this without audio because I'm just going to watch it. Everything I've clicked so far is a cutscene. I mostly just wanted to see the gameplay of it. Okay, yeah, I fuck with this. I fuck with this so hard. It's literally everything anyone has ever wanted from Palworld or Pokemon. This is like exactly what people want, right? From how the map looks, from the UI, which kind of looks like Palworld, to how the game looks like it controls. It is using guns, but it's just magic. It's multiplayer. Again, this is great. I'm into this. This is exactly what I want. And this is exactly what needs to exist, because Pokemon really fucking needs something up their ass. I've got a bad feeling. Okay, so she transformed into the lion, doing an ultimate move. I like that. But what I want to do is... What is this? This is like a lobby bear. There is a character creator. Let's check the character creator out quick. It looks like Infinity Nikki. Just look at the gameplay. I like this. This is cute. I assume there'll be more coming in the future, and they'll probably do like microtransactions or unlockables and such, which I'd be fine with. I like when a game does microtransaction skins, because if the game's free and they do that, completely fair. I don't care. Like, do what you got to do to monetize the game, in a way that's not going to detract from the fun. You know? You can only carry 4 Pokemon, or animos, I don't know what you'd call it. They have 2 abilities, maybe 4 later on. Oh, it looks like an ability, a second ability, an ultimate, and then a movement thing. I'm not sure. This is what I want to see here. Rip off Lucario. This looks fun. This looks very fucking fun. Hack and slash kind of combat, lock on. Yeah, this is kind of shit I want. I'm down for microtransactions as long as it's cosmetic. 100% agree. Like, this is the kind of shit that Pokemon needs to have in its, like, path, essentially. Right? The designs are quite fun as well. There is no way you're going to make a game that kind of competes with Pokemon designs, because Pokemon has created its own aesthetic. Power World kind of came close, but Power World also did kind of pay a lot of... Power World stole a lot of designs from Pokemon, but they also did use what was essentially designs from Pokemon fan artists, like Fakemon, but then so did Temtem. Temtem paid to have the duck one that everyone wanted. That was a leak for like X and Y or something. A leak. I love this one, the little cat with the hat and the cloak. It's cute. Oh, you have the furry family murders in recommendations. The fucking what? By Turkey Tom. That's because this account is only used for, like, I guess because I was watching a Pyro video a minute ago, but it's only really used for watching either trailers or video essays, because this isn't my main account. I have a personal account that I don't use for this, that I pay for premium on, and I wish I was paying for premium on one of the accounts that I actually normally use, but I don't, because I've already got all my subscribers and my watch later and everything. I don't know why the fucking what just sent me. I'm glad. This game looks fun. There's no mouth movements though, so that's, you know, weird. Okay. Hot take. Hot take. I like this menu. This menu is so fun. It's so immersive because it is literally just this kind of thing on the phone, right? I don't know if there's anything that's gonna dox me. No. Just like this kind of shit on your iPhone, right? Where it's all kind of like different size. It looks like an iPhone as well. It like... I cannot show you the one that I have myself because it's going to dox me. I guess this. You know, where there's like slightly bigger ones. I fuck with this UI. I fuck with this UI so good. Especially with the bits down the side, the power button at the bottom, which might actually do nothing. If it does nothing, I don't care. I'm Alt F4ing anyway instead. This is a really well-designed UI. If it works and feels good to use. Which for the most part is, yeah, it's just a mouse. Yeah, that's good. Oh, so you have 2 outfits. One... Oh wait, no, it's a skill set thing, never mind. The UI has to be simple and This is a scary part. It's on iOS and Android too. Yeah. That is worrying. However, I assume we're at the point in games where, oh my god, there's hoverboards. We're at the point with games where a game can be put on an iOS and an Android, but the game needs to not suffer on PC for that. It needs to be a game that can work on iOS and Android, but will work at its best if a controller is plugged in, you know? It's an easy thing, I think, but I feel like we kind of fall short on that a lot. I feel like PC and console versions will suffer for it though, because they're going to need to appeal to a wider fan base and make it more accessible. I guess it depends on what market they're trying to make the mobile market for, because the mobile market in the West isn't the same as the mobile market in the East. Asian mobile markets will play Genshin Impact with a controller, right? Or they'll play it with their phone screen and it still controls just as fine. If you play Genshin Impact on PC or on console, it controls great, right? It doesn't feel detracted by the fact that you can play it on your phone. I think Genshin Impact, despite the fucking pay-to-win aspects, despite the gacha shit, which I hate, doesn't feel like a mobile game when you're playing it on PC, outside of the gacha shit, because gacha shit is a mobile game thing. Could it not be rendered differently even though the servers are on platform or an X platform? The cross-platform thing might not be a thing. It might just be that there's two separate servers. You know, Fortnite's on both platforms, so is PUBG. You can tell with PUBG that it's been ported to phone, but I'm pretty sure Fortnite on mobile is good. There are some games that just do good when they're ported to mobile, but it can be done incredibly wrong. The examples of it being done good are relatively few and far between. You know? I'm gonna head off now anyway, because I'm getting tired. As I mentioned, I'm exhausted. Oh, wait, Sarah, I haven't watched Gachiakuta yet. I'm gonna wait until the whole thing's out and then binge it. I think I will see with Ellie. I'll see what she wants to do. Yeah, I'm currently in the middle of watching something else at the moment, and then I've dropped it because I kind of didn't like it, and I don't really want to continue. And I don't want to mention what it is because I know I'm going to get a lot of people angry. I won't talk about it then. Thank you. I will let you know when I've watched it though. I promise you. Although I've read up to like chapter 70, so I don't imagine that the anime is going to get up to that far. I want to know what it is. I think I can guess. Go and guess. Go and guess what you think. Wait, let's do this for a little bit. Let's talk for a little longer. I'll stick around for a minute. What do you think I watched that I don't like? I don't think I've mentioned it. I think I know what you're going to guess. But now that I've said that part, I don't know if you will. Can't believe you hated Dandadan. That is not true. I love Dandadan. I read the whole thing. Well, not the whole thing. It's got more out. I read up to the whole thing when I was reading it. I fucking love Dandadan. Well, that was my guess. Was that actually your guess? I'm insulted. I'm insulted. My phone background for months was Dandadan. And you thought I would hate it. I read up to like 131, I think. And then Ellie and I got to about there, and then we stopped. And Ellie's picking it up again soon, I think. I think I'll restart it, or at least I'll pick it up somewhere. Because there's like some parts that like... There's parts where you only want to read it once, and then there's parts that you want to read it multiple times, you know? I can't believe you don't like Apocalypse Hotel. I don't know what that is, but I don't like it because I haven't tried it, and thus I don't like it, but I don't dislike it either, so technically you're right. I will say where it is, but I don't want spoilers. So I need you to adhere to that. and I don't want to talk about it too much because I do want to watch it again. I want to keep giving it a go because I think it's fair to keep giving it a go. Cyberpunk. I didn't like Cyberpunk. I'm 3 episodes in. I don't like it that much. I know it's meant to get better, but I feel like after an hour of content, I should have found why I would like it. You know? It feels, and I can say, I understand why it's done this. But I don't know. I shouldn't have to justify why at the same time. Was it because the new trailer came out? No, do you know what? Ironically, I watched it the day before, and then the new trailer came out, and I was like, I'm summoning season 2 myself. Because I Googled it on the day, is there going to be a season 2? No. I was like, oh, okay. And then the trailer came out the next day. I was like, well, so I was fucking lied to, you know? I didn't like it so far. I will try it. I will keep going. But I didn't like it so far. I think it does the plot that I like. It does one of my favorite tropes, but it's not doing it the best. Obviously, it can't do it the best because there's some things that do just exist better than that, you know? But there's always going to be the corruption of the main character done better than someone else has done it. I think one of the best is Invincible. I think one of my favorites is Naruto, but that is via Sasuke. Want to know something cool? Please tell me. I compared and saw Animo even have full commercial, commercial and update banners, like in Infinity Nikki. This is probably an offshoot of the studio. Is it the same company? Publishers, series, developers, paper games, Infold. Animo. We don't know who developed Animo yet, I guess. Oh, Paw Print. No, they're different companies. There's a trans streamer who has 2 canon Cyberpunk characters now because of how much she interacted with the series. That's crazy. One of the characters in the game, and the other was in the music video, that was made as a prequel to the series. Right. That's cool. That's cool. Her name is Sphere Hunter. It's a cool name. What I was on about? Oh yeah, Cyberpunk was alright. It done the hero corruption plot not in the best way. It's one of those. I'm very picky when it comes to that trope because it's my favorite trope, right? Like, it's so fun. It's so fun. Not necessarily just corruption of the hero, but like the weight of the world on the hero's shoulders or the main character's shoulders. And like, I think Lord of the Rings does it. I don't like Lord of the Rings. I don't think I would put it at the top of my list for that. I think I'd put Invincible at the top of my list for that. Or one of the top. I think Mr. Robot does it really well for like a fun take on it. I think most anime do it. The one that does it the worst, I must say it, it's My Hero Academia. I've finished that out of spite. That's bad. Chainsaw Man does it. Kind of, but it's really, really bad. I hate Chainsaw Man. I do not fuck with Chainsaw Man fans. I'm sorry, I'm putting that out there. Mineta, best character. I love My Hero Academia, but you're not wrong. Look, right, I'm gonna say it. Chainsaw Man is... I can't say these words on Twitch. It is so uncomfortable because it's not even like trying to disguise that it is doing these very fucking horrible plots that you could do well, right? You can do these traumatic plots very well, but it's not doing it to do that. It's doing it for Gooner bait, exactly as you said. But you can't call it Gooner bait when it is about children, you know? So that's the issue, right? And it's not just like it's Japan, the age of consent there is different, blah, 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 blah. It's done so tastelessly, as you said. It is meant to be traumatic. That's the point of this. It's about being groomed, right? The plot is that he's being groomed into this shit, and then he's being used and tossed out, and then when he finds a girl that's like about his age or whatever, he's like, oh god, maybe I have a chance to this one because this other woman who is just using me and she's an adult and I could never be with her. But this girl, she's about my age, and so he like starts dating her and they do some cute shit, and then she tries to kill him whilst wearing pretty much nothing, despite the fact that she looks like a child. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. I read this, 144 chapters. I read all of it up to where it was released at the time, just so I could debate people who liked it. I'm a hater till I die. I'm a hater till I die. You can't stop me. You can't stop the energy I have in my heart to hate people, or to hate things rather. They love you, right? It's one of those. I don't like it. I really gave it a solid go, considering it was 144 chapters. And it is purely I can't even say the word, a PDF kind of thing, This is pubertal spermatogenic kids who will have some problems. Oh, this is for, oh right, yeah, it's for like 14-year-old boys who are like, yeah, I want to date an older woman, etc, etc. It brings me joy to see hater girls thriving. See, the plot that I wanted to enjoy from this, right? I went into it because I was like, oh, it's about like this main character being turned into a weapon for some villain woman, right? That is the plot, right? I love that. That is like a trope I genuinely love. Again, going back to the corruption of the main character and the weight of the world on the shoulders of the main character. Those are my favorite plots, right? And in there as well is the main character being used as a weapon for the villain. Noragami does that as a part. And I genuinely, that was like one of the first times I saw it, and I was like, holy shit, this is a thing? This can be a thing? Oh my god, I'm in, right? I'm pretty sure some other really popular stuff does it really well that I haven't come across yet, but I am going through the catalogue slowly. The author have debated so many lolicon subjects on anime forums as well. He has. He also has a Twitter account where he roleplays as a little girl, and then got caught out doing it, and then doubled down. And he has a siscon thing, like a thing for little sisters, and that makes the second arc of Thingy really fucking perverse because it's all about a little sister. Like, that's the plot of the second arc. Second act. The whole first act happens. The anime hasn't even finished that part yet. And then, because I know where the anime is at roughly, then they do they round that off, and that's where the show should have ended, because it had a good ending. And then he starts up another plot with a different character, which I'm like, fine, if you want to tell more stories in this world, go for it. But then he ropes it back into the main plot, and it's very weird. The whole thing falls apart. And there's often this debate of There's often this debate of Jujutsu Kaisen versus Chainsaw Man. I'ma say it. Jujutsu Kaisen has a couple of problems itself as well. It has Mei Mei and Yu Yu, or Yeye? I don't remember how to say his name. The little brother to Mei Mei. That's fucked. That is fucked. Horrible. Those are the only two. Jujutsu Kaisen has that as the issue in that regard. Chainsaw Man has it as its core plot. This has it as a 3-page part in chapter 70 something, maybe. I don't know. Way later into it. That it's not a core element of the narrative, It's still fucked, and I hated it. And I hated every second of it, and I still hate it now. And I can also recognize that in writing sense, Jujutsu Kaisen lost aspects of it and got way fucking weird with parts of it. But whatever. There are so many fucking manga artists that are successful that do stuff like this. Like the Made in the Bit writer is my prime example because he's such a good writer. And the art is godlike, but the guy is just a creep. 100% agree. Made in Abyss is like a core example of that. And I say that as someone who's on the outside. I'm going to watch it because I need to consume these medias to understand what the fuck's wrong so that I can debate people, so that I can argue with people on the internet, because I love it. If you ever see me arguing on Twitter, go for it. Just enjoy me. Just enjoy me arguing with people. But for real, Chainsaw Man had a very fun concept. He done it wrong. The whole thing didn't need to be hinged on sex. He could have written it differently and had it as an allegory if the whole point was meant to be using the trauma and stuff can be used against you, right? It could have been done better, is what I'm saying. I could have done it better. Because the characters did not need to be kids for the plot or anything. The thing is, Made in Abyss, the characters didn't need to be kids, right? I understand, however, that in writing, sometimes you want the characters to be kids because it emphasizes the darkness of the world. Attack on Titan is a very good example of that. However, Attack on Titan started the children out as 13, right? And then it aged them to 16. And I was 16 when I was watching and reading it, right? So they were my age. And so everything kind of felt, more real to me, right? He aged them up deliberately so they're a bit older, but started them out younger so the impact hit a bit more, And then he aged them up again later on to where they're 19... In fact, they might be 20-something. Can't remember exactly. Years are important in that. I'm not going to go into detail. My point is, Attack on Titan done the main characters of children thing really well. There is a massive point to that. None of it is done sexual, it's just done very grotesque, right? And the point is, it's meant to be grotesque. Made in Abyss could have done the same thing, but he didn't need to draw them the way he did. He didn't need to be a creep about it. He could have just done the dark plots without everything else, I don't know. Just... I'm endlessly confused by manga artists. And I think... Because I got so many thoughts. I'm gonna fucking crash out on the stream over this. Because it's very much I can't enjoy something without there being this like little asterisk over it being... But bear in mind that there is this. And it's like, oh, well, fuck you then. Yeah, the woman writing Gachiakuta, I say woman, non-binary, she, they, don't really know what word she would use to identify themselves. No, I'm paying all that. Gachiakuta is godly, right? Sorry, I got massively distracted for a moment. Gachiakuta, godly. If you haven't read it or watched it, please do. I can only imagine how beautiful the anime is because I've seen some trailers and the manga is drawn with such personality. I can't even express how well it's done. I think when I was reading the first chapter a couple years ago, I went straight to Ellie. I was like, I showed her. Sorry, I was watching myself do that. That was cringe. Yeah, it's got so much personality. The world is so good. And knowing that she is from, I want to say his name's Oda, the guy who done Soul Eater and Fire Force, knowing that she came from him, I can only fathom what she's got planned next, considering that her career has just started and she's just about to finish writing one of the best things to come out in the next 10 years. Oda is One Piece. Right, fuck. I don't remember the names of everyone. Shit. Soul Eater author. Oh, it's Okubo. Atsushi Okubo. He is 45 years old and he's retiring, by the way. That is that is crazy. He's written like two of the most influential mangas of all time, of their respective eras, because Soul Eater was old, and then Fire Force is relatively new. Like Fire Force is just getting season 3 now, and he's got a disciple. The disciple is now taking on, you know, his mantle, and their series are airing side by side. That's how quick into this she is. She's got a great start. I can only fathom where she's going to go from here, because I can't name many women, or like anyone who identifies feminine regardless. I can't name many who are in the shonen circle. Most of them aren't inherently writing that kind of style, which is a shame. Yeah, he did say that they were his successor. Yeah. This is the thing. I'm like so excited. I'm so excited because this is fucking. If anyone turns around and they're like, talk about My Hero Academia being their favorite, right? I'm like, okay, well, you haven't like looked at all the other stuff. Oh, you really like Naruto? It's your favorite. Okay, well, you haven't like critically. I say that with a Naruto t-shirt on. You haven't critically evaluated anything, right? I love Naruto. You guys know I do. Tattoo and all. It's not good. It's not good. It is bad. And I can see that. But it's a comfort show for me, in a way. Sorry, I just turned on a lamp. I want to see how it changed everything. I look very orange now. Let's do some other lights. Cozy time. Also, I bet you didn't know that that was a lamp up there, by the way. There are a few, by the way. Have a little Google. There's absolute badass femmes in the shonen sphere. That's interesting. There's like a small selection. I can imagine they're good though. Shonen written by women. Black Butler. I wouldn't class it as shonen in the sense of what I'm thinking. Noragami's written by a woman. Okay, I take everything back. Noragami was like one of the ones that inspired me so much. I didn't know that was written by a woman. Which ironically, Noragami is the power system of Soul Eater, which is, you know. Fullmetal Alchemist. Shit. Yeah, Fullmetal Alchemist was written by a woman, right? You hate women creators because you're a misogynist and a transphobe. I am. I am both of those things. Yeah. Shit, I forget all of these things. Thank you so much for reminding me. Inuyasha. I don't know enough about Inuyasha to speak about it. Same with Magi and D. Grey Man, but apparently they're all written by women. Beastars, Aina Furry, so Dorohedoro. That one's a big one at the moment. That I've heard about. Blue Exorcist, that makes sense to be written by a woman. Demon Slayer is written by a woman. Jujutsu Kaisen might be written by a woman. Oh, right, no, this is just Google AI being stupid. Fuck off. Anyway. Right, I'm gonna go now. I am actually gonna go this time because I have some stuff I need to do, and it's getting late. I will be back tomorrow. Inuyasha got the puppy boy. Fucking Squirrel Girl hasn't been here for like an hour and she just pops back in. Inuyasha got the puppy boy. Fucking hell. Sailor Moon is by a woman. Yeah, Sailor Moon's by a woman and she is married to the man who made Hunter x Hunter. And so you'd love it, you furry. I'm not the furry, Ellie's the furry. We have established this aggressively. Right, I'm gonna go. I will be back tomorrow. I don't know what I'm streaming tomorrow. After the weekend I had, I didn't have the energy to plan streams for this week. I have kind of thrown a lot of stuff off to the wayside that I'm now picking up now. But yeah,